Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of you met on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you into the Let's Play episode of Remake. So y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes to entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Alright. Ginny was still recovering from a mad laughing fit behind me as Herschel struggled to swallow his muffin. Messing with Sis has never been more fun. You really do need to hang out with us more often, Adrian. You two are going to be the death of him one of these days. Herschel snorted as he wiped his mouth. It ain't nothing to worry about. We're practically the kid's family. 'Tis our job to take a jab at him every now and again. Or every chance we get. Yep. The two exchanged another triumphant high five. The three of us looked up as the sound of the metal cart echoed out of the fridge. Ginny bounded over to me and elbowed my sides excitedly. Alrighty, Sissel's about to show off his project. Be as supportive as you can, Adrian. Herschel cracked his knuckles threateningly. Or else. Shh! Here he comes! The creaking of the metal cart grew closer as Sissel finally came out of the fridge. Alright, here's my project. I stared in amazement as the object slowly came into view. Is that... Oh man. Wow, that is impressive. Chocolate? Chocolate? Sissel puffed his chest out in nervous pride. Yup, a solid white chocolate sculpture. I stared at the sculpture in awe. It was a perfect replica of the Capitol building. The level of detail was utterly breathtaking. Every pillar, every inch of the replica was alive with delicately carved design. It must have taken Sissel days to finish this. Sissel, this is amazing! You think so? But please, tell me. I jammed an accusing finger towards Herschel. What the bloody fuck was that chainsaw for? Long story, mate. Culinary art is complicated. It's not that complicated. Chocolate melts really easily, especially from the friction from sculpting. So we froze a solid block of it in the fridge, and that's as hard as rock. Ooh, excuse me, but because it's as hard as rock, we had to use a chainsaw to lob off huge chunks of it before I could work on the little details. I can't believe it. Huh? You're a huge chocolate nerd. Hey, that's not a bad thing. Don't sell yourself short, sis. You'll pass the preliminary rounds tomorrow for sure, you big nerd. Maybe. I mean, this whole thing is just made of a pile of leftover white chocolate. Food-wise, it's nothing special. You gotta stop being so humble, dude. This is a real piece of art. I'd hate to break the mood, but you gotta be careful with this thing tomorrow, sis. Gerania's Culinary Arts Contest is known for its cutthroat participants and aggressive sabotages. Better keep a close eye on this thing if you plan to pass the preliminary rounds. Right. I'll be careful. Oh, and before I forget... Sissel dug through a few drawers and pulled out a large paper bag that shuffled. Here's a bunch of the leftover chocolate, Adrian, as promised. Thanks for coming all the way just to look at my work, man. It means a lot to me. I cradled the bag of chocolate in my arms like a newborn child. There's a lot of chocolate. Sissel, I fucking love you. What? Coffee time. Hey yo, it's coffee time, Why don't you try this coffee of mine? The sun was halfway under the horizon by the time we got ready to return to the dorms. Ginny had left early so that no one would notice she escaped her house arrest. As Sissel completed a few finishing touches on his sculpture, Herschel pulled me aside into a quiet part of the cafe. Say, Adrian, mind if I have a word with you? Sure, well, what's up? I just wanted to thank you for being such a good mate to Sissel. God knows the kid needs it. It's no problem at all. Being his friend has its perks. Could you do me a favor while you're at it? The boy's got a bad habit of refusing to ask for help until shit hits the fan. If you notice him struggling with anything, let me know. I'm always ready to give a helping hand. Ginny tries to help whenever she can, but she's not always around. So you mind giving me a heads up in her stead? I chuckled at Herschel's anxious expression. Of course. Of course. Sissel's pretty lucky to have such a caring boss. Say, sorry if this sounds presumptuous, but are you and Sissel related by any chance? You two kind of look similar. Herschel gave an exasperated scoff. Why? It's because we're both rabbits? That's not what I mean. The two of us jumped as Sissel came out of the kitchen. Yo, Adrian, I'm all set. Ready to head back? Yeah, let's go. See you later, boss. Herschel's expression softened as he cheerfully ruffled Sissel's hair. See you around, you rascal. With that, the two of us left the cafe and made our way home. Even as we walked down the street, I could feel Herschel's gaze on us. He didn't look away until we turned the corner and wandered out of sight. Ooh, Day 10. Pride. And very interesting. Clack, 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 clack. I groaned and buried my face into the pillow. It was early. I was sleeping. Unless the dorm was actively burning down, I didn't need to be up right now. Clack, 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 clack. I squeezed my eyes shut and tried to return to that wonderful dream I was having. Something about drowning in a lake of chocolate? It sounded wonderful. Better than waking up. Clack, clack. Squawk! My eyes snapped open wide as I screamed bloody murder and toppled out of bed. What was going on? Where's the fire? My sleep-boggled mind stumbled about like a drunkard as I squinted about the room. Behind the glass of my window sat a crow. It stared back at me with black, beady eyes before tapping the glass urgently again. I threw a sock at it. It squawked and sent me an offended glare. What do you want, you damn chicken? I was sleeping! Suddenly the smell of smoke filled my nose, followed by a loud crash from down the hallway. Muffled and frustrated shouts of swearing quickly followed. I glanced back to the crow staring at me expectantly inside. Fine, fine, I'm getting up. Stupid bird. It wasn't until I was halfway through the door that I realized I was talking to a crow this whole time. It's your morning, crow. I walked into the kitchen just in time to see Sissel hurl a frying pan across the room. Oi! Oh! I don't know why I said that. That was weird. It's still early. Forgive me, y'all. Oi. What the fuck does that mean? Oi. What the hell? Alright. Son of a... Oh, Adrian, sorry. Did I wake you? Don't be sorry. I'm sure that frying pan had it coming. I glanced around the kitchen with a raised eyebrow. The place was a mess. Herbs and flour littered the floor as though a spicy snowstorm had just passed through. The stove was still sizzling with the charred remains of whatever poor breakfast Sissel attempted to bring to life. I looked up at Sissel curiously. What is this, Breakfast Wars? Food Wars, excellent anime. Did the omelets finally fight back? No, I was just a little clumsy this morning. Sissel's brow knitted into a deep frown as he marched over to grab a broom. What a vague answer. I gingerly tiptoed through the mess and sat at the table and stared as Sissel cleaned up. He looked rather tense. His shoulders were painfully stiff and his face was scrunched up, swimming with unwelcome thoughts. You don't look too good. Are you okay? Sissel's long ears twitched with irritation. Me? Of course I'm okay. Completely okay. Why wouldn't I be? You look like you've been chewing on a lemon. Come on, Sissel, just talk to me. I think all that pre-performance contest anxiety is getting to your head. Sissel huffed and bitterly brandished his broom at me. I leaned back in my chair with a raised eyebrow. I'm fine. What makes you think otherwise? Well, I just walked into the kitchen wearing nothing but boxers. Usually you'd grow red and throw something at me by now. I don't... Sissel blinked and stared, as if only seeing me for the first time. I was sitting in the chair with my legs spread wide and waggling my eyebrows suggestively. With a yelp, I ducked as Sissel reflexively chucked a stick of butter at my head. You're the worst. You know you like it. I laughed and gave him a patronizing pat on the head. It's good to see you back to normal, dude. Mind telling me what's going on got you so worked up? It's just... God, my throat. Sissel slouched onto a chair next to me and let out an exhausted sigh. The contest is everything I've worked towards for the last few years, you know? I'm just another homeless street kid, but if I manage to win this thing, I'll have a chance to get into college and be someone. Educated. Aw, I think you're plenty educated already, dude. But I'm not. I've never been to a real school before Gerania. I didn't even know how to read until I got Ginny to help tutor me. One second, y'all. Coffee! Okay. And the whole cooking and culinary thing, I'm only sort of good because Herschel was nice enough to hire a half-starved kid at his cafe. If I lose today, I'll be losing a lot more than just the contest. We were silent for several long seconds before I sighed and patted Sissel on the head. I know you're nervous, but you're really letting the performance anxiety get to you. Just take a deep breath and relax. Easier said than done, pal. Relax. Chill. Hakuna Matata. Calm your tits. De-stress thy breasts. You're not helping. Unclench thy sphincter. Sissel snorted as he tried to hold back a laugh. I snickered along with him. There was something about laughing that left us feeling a little lighter. I know you're nervous, but freaking out isn't helping your chances of winning. You gotta keep your head clear and stay focused. Just look at it this way. If you win, that's great. If you don't, we'll figure something out that'll help you get back on your feet. It's not the end of the world just yet. So take a deep breath and relax. You'll do fine. Sissel let out a deep breath and stared up at the ceiling. I guess you're right. In your own dumb way. He hopped back onto his feet with a little more energy than before. Alright, enough moping around. Let's clean this place up and make a real breakfast before the contest. Then we can head out to grab my sculpture from the cafe. Sounds like a plan. But before that, Sissel shot me an offended glare as his cheeks flushed with red. Please put some damn clothes on. Are you sure? You look like you were enjoying the view. Just put some damn clothes on! Cute. About an hour and a quick breakfast later, Sissel and I were strolling down the street towards Herschel's cafe. It was a quiet walk, with a comfortable silence hanging between us. Sissel looked a little less tense after our little talk. He was still wound up tighter than a spring. I hope it was going to be alright. Sissel suddenly stopped and frowned. Why is the cafe closed? It's usually open at this hour. Boss probably slept through his alarm again, lazy ass. Can we still go grab your sculpture? Sure, I still got the keys and everything. Follow me. Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this. The cafe was completely dark and empty. I stood behind Sissel and peered around the place nervously. It's kind of quiet when nobody's around. And water is wet. I meant the creepy kind of quiet. Are you just scared because of how Boss jumped at you with the chainsaw? That was a perfectly normal reaction to getting jumped by a chainsaw. Let's go grab your sculpture and hurry back to the school. Fine, fine. Need me to hold your hand, princess? Yee. No! Yee. Yoy. No, stop it. It's gonna become my thing now, I guess. The two of us carefully slipped into the kitchen. With nobody else around, it almost felt like we weren't supposed to be here. Come on, Sissel, hurry up and grab what you need. I just want to get out of here. Sissel silently grabbed his sculpture from the fridge and placed it into a box. After loading the box onto a cart, he stared up at me with a wary look. I never thought you'd be such a chicken. What are you so afraid of this time? Chainsaw clowns? You never know. Their quiet, predatory honks may be approaching as we speak. Sure, definitely. I can almost hear them right now. Just shut up and grab your stuff and get out. Oh. Do you hear that? That music isn't just my imagination, is it? I was just joking. I never asked for this. The honking of the trumpet slowly crept closer and closer. Sissel and I huddled together into a corner of the kitchen in silent terror. I never thought death by clowns would be so terrifying. Sissel, how could you do this to me? I didn't plan this. Shit, I think it's almost here. What the... Oh my god. Wait, how did it get closer? Was he moving that the entire time? The lights suddenly snapped on and a shower of confetti limped climactically onto our heads. Surprise! Yo, Sissy, wanted to give you a big old good luck and don't fuck up celebration before the contest. How did I do? Sissel and I, killing gape in silence as even more confetti slowly drifted onto our heads. I'll just grab my sculpture and go. Good idea. I'll be right behind you. Wait, what about my little performance? Aren't y'all impressed? Sissel was already halfway through the door with his cart. When the hell did you learn to play the trumpet? Herschel puffed out his chest broadly. I worked as a clown at the carnival when I was just a wee teenager. That explains a lot, actually. Come on, Adrian, let's head back to school. I think the clown stupidity is contagious. Wait for me, I'm coming with you too. Sissel turned back in surprise. Don't you have to keep the cafe running today? Nope, I'm closing the shop for today. I ain't gonna miss out on my favorite employee's contest victory today. Huh, I guess that's why the cafe looked close from the outside. You're taking the day off just for me? Of course, I'm expecting to see some culinary ass-whooping, though. Don't let me down, kiddo. Herschel playfully rubbed Sissel's hair with a triumphant grin on his face. Sissel did his best to keep a straight face, but he ended up breaking into a small smile. Come on, boss, let's get going before we're late. And please get rid of all this damn confetti. Why isn't it stopping? The clown's gotta keep his secrets. Silly boys. The three of us pushed the cart containing Sissel's sculpture down the street towards Durrani with a new air of confidence. Herschel seemed especially excited as he practically skipped along behind us. Ha! It's been ages since I've been back to Durrania. You used to come to school here? Yep, it's been about 20 years since I've graduated, though. Is old Corley still teaching here? Yeah, she teaches my culinary arts class. Really? She's teaching my photography classes, too. That poor woman needs a raise. The sun will grow cold before she retires. Mrs. Corliss was pretty excited about the whole contest thing. She even went on and on about this old student of hers. I blinked and stared up at Herschel thoughtfully. Hey, you mentioned coming to Gerania 20 years ago, right? Did you even meet a student named Cecilia Oh, what's going on? Why'd the music stop? Oh, God, why is the color draining from the world? Huh? I looked around. Everything around me seemed to stop in a freeze frame of time. What the hell's going on? An inhuman string of laughter suddenly echoed from across the street. I turned around to come face to face with what I least wanted to see. Yeah. There's something in the water. I blinked and shook my head furiously. What was that just now? Adrian? Huh? You alright there, kiddo? You sort of nodded off for a moment. I'm fine. I do that sometimes. You sure you're okay? We can stop and take a break if you... No, let's keep going. We should hurry up and get to the school. I dismissed the other two's concerned looks and glanced over my shoulder worriedly. The remnant was nowhere to be seen, disappearing as quickly as it came. Was it growing stronger? I've got a bad feeling about this. The instant we reached the school lobby, Mrs. Corliss swooped onto Sissel like a caffeinated soccer mom. We both desperately gasped for breath. Gasped for breath as Mrs. Corliss pulled us into a bone-crushing hug. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks for a tip if you can. It always helps. We're still working on the Discord, y'all. I'm still getting the icons redone a little bit to reflect the current year that they've been, you know, quote-unquote minted. So they're going to have, like, 2023 on them. There's going to be four membership levels. Every single one of them gets access to the Discord. So, and if you can't afford a membership, yeah, you can just ask me. You can just ask me, and I'll grant you membership to the Discord. So just if you don't want to buy anything, but you do want to be part of the community, just ask, and I'll let you in. No hassle. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.